Coming into 2025, there's a lot of topics that many people are going to talk about. My first topic that I'm going to talk about is Chainsaw Man. Now, I like Chainsaw Man as much as the next guy. Actually, scratch that. I love Chainsaw Man just as much as the next guy. And that includes both the anime and the manga, regardless of some of the criticisms towards the anime. I feel like the anime was done very well. But if I had to really put my head in the bubble of concern, that one thing that does kind of concern me are not the story, not the character writing, not the music, not the moments, not really any of that. One thing that really concerns me as a whole is the fights of Chainsaw Man. And I don't want to say the fights are bad because I feel like some of the fights in the beginning of the season were very well done. And even a fight or two here and there, like by the end of the season, was very good too. But it's these, it's the same fight that happened twice that really concerns me moving forward. Now, of course, there's going to be some minor spoilers. I'm going to try not to spoil as much as I can, but I'll try and use like some. I'll try and shorten my vocabulary to try and for some of like the anime onlys who But anyway, I don't like to compare anime either from time to time. Like I don't like to like I'm not like these fucking people who like to compare anime as soon as they watch an anime. But one thing that I will compare are the fights in JJK and the fights in Chainsaw Man. And one thing that I'll say about the fights in JJK is that they have the perfect length. They have the perfect, like, you can talk trash about, like, well, you can't really talk. Actually, I take that back. But one thing that I feel like many people can't really talk trash about when it comes to JJK is their fights and how productive the fights are, not only for the story, but for the show itself. How it really gets, the veins pumping for when you're watching JJK. And this goes on because JJK, I would say, is a fight heavy anime, but at the same time, with the mixture of their storytelling and character development, the fights add a lot more to everything else, and that's really the reason why JJK has succeeded above mostly every other anime in like of the decade, so far. And it's really helped JJK in the long run, and it's going to continue to help JJK in the long run because their fights are timeless. But you can't really say this about Chainsaw Man. Well, well, they do have some good fights, but their fights aren't really that memorable. I feel like the moments are more memorable than the fights. And that's not to say that it's a bad thing, but if I bring up a fight, say like Chainsaw Man versus the Katana Devil, that's pretty concerning because I feel like both of the fights were very underwhelming considering how welly hyped both fights kind of were. And in the end, I feel like and I feel like at the end of the day, the moments within the fight mattered more than the fight itself, you know? Like, it wasn't as lengthy as a JJK fight. It wasn't as wellly structured as a JJK fight. Not saying that it needs to be, but when I look back on both of the Chainsaw Man and Katana Man fights from episode 9 and episode 12, it kind of does concern me because we have not two, but three, even more than that. Like, we have like a lot of powerhouse fights that are still to come with the Quanchi shit and the Aki fight and the Makima fight and the bomb devil fight. Like we have all of these things that are coming our way that we can't wait to see. But really, and if you're looking at this wallpaper, like the one versus all fight, I can't wait for that too. But if we're gonna get the same quality that we got from the Chainsaw Man and Katana Devil fight, I don't really know if I'm gonna be as hyped going into that. You know, like, bro, like I don't know, man. I don't know. And I feel like all like these moments that are gonna be animated are gonna be like well done, but like, and this is why I wish like some productions can kind of slow down. Like it took Attack on Titan like 4 years to come back in between season 1 and season 2. Why not just have that be the same thing for animes like fucking JJK or Chainsaw Man, or like animes that really need that time period. Like it won't be the end of the world. I mean, shit, it took Vinland Saga like 4 years to come back, bro. It took Vinland Saga from 2019 to 2023 to finally come back, and everything that happened in that second season was fucking perfect. Like everything that happened in that season was perfect. Like, bro, and everything just felt perfect and looked perfect and sound perfect, and everything was just mwah. And I just want that same thing for Chainsaw Man. I don't want them to go on the JJK route of coming back early and not giving the animators enough time to really structure everything out. Like take another year or two if you need to, man. You don't have to come back early. Like I know I get it, but just take some time and focus on the quality of certain things. And yeah, man, I'm just over here voicing my concerns about things in the future and whatnot with Chainsaw Man and their fights and the boss battles that are to come that could possibly go down as some of the best fights of the year. Hell, I'd go as far as to say Chainsaw Man might become the anime for whatever year it comes out if everything is done perfectly. But again, that has to be given time, bro. If y'all thought season 1 was good, bro, season 2 will fucking break you. Good and bad. Trust me. Trust me. And if you still don't feel it, bro, just read the manga, man. Just read the manga. The manga is one of the best mangas you're probably ever gonna read, bro. It like in concern of part one, so yeah. I hope that they know what they're doing, and I hope we don't get no bullshit like we got from the Katana Devil fight, and we get quality, especially for like the last arc and the arc before that and the arc before that and the arc before that. So I'm just over here, you know. So yeah.